My quote will be Bingo Dog. It's a Bingo Dog moment. Shut up. I'm trying to get my speech here. Okay, so I'm a first year music ed major, and I like music themes, hoops, and pasta. Pasta is my favorite. All right, so I am not auditioning. I'm running. My bad. My campagna is in is for a position of EC, and the one thing I'd have to say for what I bring to the table for being EC is the fact that I'm already trying to struggle and figure out how to balance time. So if you're like trying to ask me if you can be able to, like, this semester was probably one of the most challenging part of the semester has been like balancing my wind orchestra stuff, which has like been real intense, and then balancing it with PCN, and I've been like, it started rough, but it, like, especially if you ask like Nico like about it, like it started rough, but I've been able to like figure it out and try to make both things happen. But just know that no matter what situation I'm in, whether I've got school stuff going on or like a bunch of concerts, I'm gonna communicate it with the members of the cabinet, with other people. Like I was super on the fence about trying to be up here and give you guys a speech, but I do love this club. Like this, being here is something it's really touching because I'm always around good people, and like as corny as it sounds, it's like really cool that we're doing a PCN night to like connect with our culture. Like I really think that's important, especially like if you didn't grow up in the Philippines or if you had family that grew up in the Philippines. I think a night like this is really really good for like all of us, especially as like Filipino Americans growing up here. So I think that's something the culture part of this club I do actually really respect and appreciate. And just my first year here, it's been wild. Like y'all know me, y'all know what's up. But, but like know that I wouldn't rather I have your guys' support, and I'm here. I'm aware that being a cabinet, it's all about being selfless and sacrifice, and I'm willing to even like on a day where it's like, if I hear like stuff through the grapevine where it's like we do a fundraising event and like I hear a member go or a couple people go, oh man, I really think this could have been better, I'm not gonna like throw it off. Like if there's something that can be better as an EC or as an officer, I'm very willing to, as long as it's not, I mean, in it's right, but like I'm still gonna be willing to hear opinions and be better. Like the one thing I really also like about this club is the vets. And if I ever have an issue as an officer or EC or anywhere down the line at a position, I know guys that have like been at different spot, and I'm willing to learn and listen to what they have to say. And I mean, I feel like I'm a people person, so I'd be able to work and cooperate with and make connections needed to like get events happening. Like I really like the tailgate idea. I'm already at football games anyway, so if I can find out like who I need to hit up, I'll like ask around and I'll see if we can like try to get that to go down too. Like I'll be playing, but I mean, if y'all can be there and enjoy, that'd be cool too, you know. And it's just I'm very willing to give whatever I have to give to make this position work and do what I gotta do to get the job done. And that's what it's about. Any questions? Eco.
So, like, yeah, you talked about like all your obligations. You have like marching band, orchestra, all that stuff like that. And then like you have the classes, and then also this. So, how do you plan on juggling all that? Like, do you plan on making some sacrifices, not doing one or the other, or do you plan on making all of it work?
I mean, I feel like it's really the worst thing I hate about juggling is like in the end, it's like it's 100% in, right? So it feels, even if you're juggling, it feels like you're giving 50 in one thing, 50 in the other. But like sometimes that's what you gotta do. And I mean, I can't take myself out of being a music major or school, and I refuse to take myself out of the club. So I mean, if it's like, if some kind of sacrifices have to be in order, I'll make them. But in the end, if I have to like cut one thing one day and then cut the one thing the other day, it'll be tough. But I mean, you guys know what I'm going through, and I'm gonna be super transparent. That's the thing. I'm not gonna be like, oh, I have this, and then like there's no concert that day. That'd be terrible, you know. Like I'm gonna be really transparent and honest, and all I can hope for is you guys understand what's up and know that when I'm here and I'm doing what I'm doing, I'm getting the job done. We're getting the job done together, and that's what's happening. Question.
With being an officer in the cabinet, one of the struggles of being an officer is finding balance between being friends with people and being an officer yourself and being professional. So my question is, how can you reassure professionalism with you being a first year in college and experiencing these new things and knowing what's appropriate for being in college? How can you reassure the professionalism with being captain?
I believe that there's, as my dad likes to say, there's a time for play and there's a time for work. And I mean, it's like, and he does the hand motion too, and I'm like, yeah. But that'll be kind of, it'll have to be a switch. Like when I'm with my friends and I'm chilling, I'll be that. But I mean, when it comes to when we have to do stuff, when we're running an event, or when we're holding meetings, I'm gonna hold a level of professionalism, I'm gonna hold an aura that I am an officer, and I'm someone here that's gonna be a leader for the club, and I'm someone here that's gonna stand for what the club's about. And I'm gonna mentally have that switch. It's also about being aware of it too. Question.
So also what comes with being an officer in the club is it's going to be a huge mental toll on everyone. And being able to take that toll, are you going to be able to communicate with your fellow officers and being able to actually open up a little bit? That way you guys can all shoulder the burden together, you know? So will you be able to do that while doing everything else? Because like, once you start feeling like you're giving 50%, you start feeling as if you could do more, and then you start feeling ashamed to like open up. It's gonna get in the way, you know?
That's how I was at the beginning of the semester. Like whenever I couldn't go to a practice, I was like, man, this is terrible. But at some point, I like realized, look, there's gonna be times where I've got to rehearse my stuff, or I have a concert, and there's gonna be times where I'm gonna be able to be at practice. So it's just, I have to know what my circumstance is. If I have to give and take, I'll give and take, but I'll share with you guys, because I think sharing with the cabinet, and like sharing with you guys in general, you guys are a really good support system. Like that's something I appreciate, and you guys are, if I share with you guys, it'll help me out regardless. Sharing stuff like that's always good, and we'll all get through the year together. That's the goal, man. Oh, question, my bad.
So, just branching off of the past two questions, I'm not trying to discourage you from being an officer, but it's great. Being an officer is a great time. There's a lot of highlights to it. But I don't want you to go in thinking it's just like daisies and roses. So, there's more branching off of Aaron's question. There's a line between friends and business partners, essentially. There's going to be times in the cabinet where you get your toes stepped on. You step on other people's toes. Are you going to be able to separate? And the thing is, you guys have to be a family. You guys have to be friends, even outside of when you guys are officers. So, are you going to be able to separate it to where you don't take anything personally? That's the biggest part. Can you like?
In high school, I was a section leader, and you did band, right? So like, I was able to. The thing about that was, I had to understand that sometimes things are gonna happen. People might talk behind your back, like they're gonna be like, these are all human nature things too. And it's just, if you're able to separate it, which I think I'm able to. I feel like I did a decent job at that. But it's just you have to be aware of that. That's it's human nature, and that's if someone steps on your toes, you have to be professional about it, and you have to separate it, because if members that don't see what's going on behind the scenes, if I'm not able to like keep face and I'm showing the tension, I'm not giving off good vibes, then that's the vibe we're gonna get as a club, and that's not fair to the members, that's not fair to us. So I understand that I'm trying to be as positive as possible. I know that I am aware that's gonna be a challenge, I'm aware that it's gonna be real tough and hard, but like I'm not gonna be standing up here if I didn't think I can do it. So I'm just what I'm trying to say is I'll be professional. Someone steps on my toes, I'm not gonna be like, I gotta get them back. For me, it's gonna be like, all right, we're gonna work that out, me and them. Personally, that's gonna be a me and them thing. Cause I'm a big person of closed doors too. Like, if me and someone else have an issue, that's me and theirs issue. So I'm willing to we'll have that, we'll work it out. But when we're in front of the club and we're doing things, we're making events happen, that's gonna be the priority, not my own feelings and how I feel about a certain person.
That's going to be my question for anyone that's running today. So just keep that in mind as you guys run today.